Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report from the AZEK Co Company, and let's just say after reading it, I'm feeling a bit like I need to build a deck to relax on. Hopefully AZEK's numbers aren't as wobbly as my DIY skills. Before we jump in, if you find value in turning dense corporate reports into simple insights, please subscribe. Also, join our Discord community using the link in the description below to chat with fellow finance enthusiasts. So we're looking at an 8K filing, which is basically a company saying, hey, something important happened and we need to tell everyone right away. In this case, it's all about their earnings information and what they expect to make in the future. This report came out on May 6, 2025, so it's pretty fresh. The main point here is that AZEK released their earnings for the quarter that ended in March 2025. Along with their predictions for the rest of the year, they included a press release as Exhibit 99 form. So let's dig into that. This exhibit will provide us with the details on AZEK's financial results and outlook, so we can see how the company performed and what management expects going forward. Okay, let's get into the numbers. Looking at the first quarter of 2025, AZEK's consolidated net sales, which is basically their total sales revenue, landed at $322.5 million. Now, before we get too excited or worried, let's see how this compares to last year. In the first quarter of 2024, their net sales were $4 million. Adjusted EBITDA, which is a measure of profit before some expenses are taken out, was $67.77 million. Last year it was $47.3 million. So it's important to know that EBITDA gives investors a clearer picture of the company's core profitability and operational efficiency by removing distortions caused by accounting and financial decisions. AZEK is forecasting consolidated net sales growth of approximately 6-10% for fiscal year 2025. Now, growth is good, but 6-10% is a fairly wide range. It shows there's some uncertainty about how the year will play out. Okay, diving deeper, AZEK uses what are called interest rate swaps. Basically, they're trying to protect themselves from interest rates going up too much, which could make their debt more expensive. All right, let's talk risks. AZEK mentions a bunch of things that could hurt their business. One is just the general economic climate. If the economy slows down, people might not be as eager to build decks or do home improvements, which would obviously hit AZEK's sales. Supply chain issues are also a concern. If they can't get the materials they need, or if the cost of those materials go up, that's going to squeeze their profits. Changes in what consumers want is another risk. If people suddenly decide they don't like composite decking or prefer a different style, AZEK needs to be able to adapt. The industry is competitive. There are other companies out there making similar products, so AZEK has to fight to keep its market share. They also mentioned the usual risks about changing accounting rules, which can sometimes make a company's financials look different even if the underlying business hasn't changed much. The report was signed by Ryan Larder, who is the Senior Vice President, Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer. He's the one taking responsibility for the accuracy of the information in this filing. Now let's zoom out and think about what all this means. AZEK is in the business of making building products, mostly things like decking, railing and trim. They focus on using recycled materials, which is a selling point for environmentally conscious customers. The big picture here is that AZEK is growing, but there are challenges ahead. The housing market and overall economy play a big role in their success. If people are buying houses and have money to spend on renovations, AZEK does well. If not, they struggle. Their focus on recycled materials could be a strength as more people look for sustainable products, but they also have to manage the risks of competition and supply chain disruptions. Is AZEK a good investment? Well, it depends. Their sales are up, which is a positive sign, but the wide range in their sales forecasts suggests some uncertainty. The risks they mention are pretty standard for a company in this industry, but it's important to keep an eye on them. If you're thinking about investing, you'd want to dig deeper into their financials, understand their competitive position, and consider the overall economic outlook. Alright, that's our quick look at AZEK's latest report. What do you think? Are they building a solid foundation for future growth, or are there too many cracks in the deck? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more corporate deep dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.